Now, one of my favorite things to do to enhance the energy, not just of the environment, but also just kind of change the state that patients are in when they walk in. Because if you think about it, most patients are coming in with very, very low energy, right? And the first thing we do when they come in with all that low energy and they don't really want to be there is we ask them, how much pain are you in today? 0 to 10, how much pain are you in? Oh, well, you know, it's like a solid 7. We can't do any exercises today. Go ahead and hop on the table and I'll start working on you, right? But it's kind of interesting. If you want to change that, as soon as someone comes into the clinic and you ask them, you're like, hey, before we get started today, give me a big win between last session and today. And you pause for a second, and it's just like that. It's just like, hey, give me a big win between last session and the last time you came in today, and you just wait and let them think, because they might have to wait a second or two to be able to pull this out. And then you'll start to be surprised at some of the things that your patients start to tell you when they start to put, now remember, we're putting a focus around winning. So they're gonna come in and they're gonna be like,
winning, well, I ran for the first time since we started.
And you're like, that's a huge win, right? It's just like you're coming in for your ankle or your knee pain and you were able to go back to running. Like, how far did you run? They're like,
I don't know, like 7 miles?
You're like, what? Like you ran 7 miles? Like, when were you gonna tell me that? So it's really, really cool. Like when you start to ask patients like, hey, what's your big win? What's your big takeaway from the last time you came in, right? Tell me, well, I don't really have any wins. Well, if you don't have any wins, tell me something you're grateful for today. And then all of a sudden you say, oh my gosh, grateful. Oh, I get to see my grandkids this weekend. That's a huge win, right? And here's the key. I then have the patient go over to the wall. We had a nice whiteboard there, and we call it our big win board. So I want you guys to have your patient go over and write it on the wall, like, hey, my win is, and then that way at the end of the week, you have all these wins up there on the board, and two things are gonna happen. Number one is patients are gonna feel empowered because they're able to go and get their hand raised and go right on the wall. The second thing is other patients are gonna lean and be like, well, how do I write on the wall? It's like, yeah, I'll share your big win, right? So go up there and share your big win. And then here's the cool part. People are always looking for content. They're like, how do I do social media content or what? It's just like, take a picture of your wall of all your wins for the week, like put your staff in front of it, and then be like, here's all the wins that we achieved this week here at XYZ Physical Therapy. Take a photo of it, and then it's like your big win Friday. Right? Big Win Friday is you put out your winning post and like, look at all the wins that we're getting inside the clinic, and then people are writing it there. It's such a powerful thing that when people come in, they're like, now I know that I'm getting wins between sessions, right? So now there's a reason to come in between sessions. They know that like, yeah, we're going session to session, but big term, you know, since I started eval, now I'm back to running. Now I'm able to go hang out with my grandkids. Now I'm back to being able to play sports. Now I'm back to work. Whatever their goal is, we're going to facilitate that. And then the cool part about it is at the end is that like we give them the reward of go right on the board, right? Go put it up there so other people could see it. Because not only is it helping the patient, but it might help somebody else in the clinic who's struggling right now and not getting results. And they're gonna lean in and be like, well, maybe the company or the provider's not the problem. Maybe I'm the problem. Because look at all these people up here winning and I'm not. So maybe I'm not doing what I need to be doing to get those results. And when patients start leaning in, they're like, well, how do I get up on the board? I'm like, well, do you mind if I coach you for a second? And they're like, well, sure. It's like, you gotta start attending your sessions. You gotta start doing your home program. You gotta start doing exactly what I tell you to do to get the results that we mapped out so you could put your name up on there. And it's one of those things that's really, really powerful because you're gonna have people who are winning, wanting to win bigger, and you're gonna have people who aren't getting results, wanting to win, and it really, really creates a really high energy environment. And I guarantee you, once you implement that and you start using and start opening with your patients, all right, give me a big win, give me a big takeaway. What are you grateful for today? I guarantee you that your no-show cancellations and rescheduling is gonna go down significantly. If you guys like this content, go ahead and hit the follow button and subscribe. And if you guys wanna learn more about how to set up some of these strategies inside of your practice, go ahead and schedule a call with our team, and we'll be looking forward to helping you guys out. See you guys on the next video.